All right, everybody. We've got a special episode 200 guest for you. Out of Chicago, Illinois, this man has traveled around the world to damn near every country and fought the best man they had in every single one of them. He's knocked out numerous champions. He stood across the ring from Matt Serra, from Chris Lytle, and dominated Rich Clemente and Tough. You'll know him as the pimp himself, and we are going to include his people. Shonie, Mr. International Carter.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, I'm so excited.
This is not
Very nice.
artificial intelligence. This is really me. And
It's the real deal. And for the audio only visitors, for our audio only guys, he's wearing his suit that he wore the day that he landed the first ever spinning back fist knockout in the UFC against Matt Serra, who went on to be a champ, dude. He's fought everybody.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here, man. I'm so happy we got this to work.
I'm so glad that, Mark Cuban, Elon Musk, and what's that other boy's name? With all the money in the world?
Bill Gates?
Zuckerberg and Gates.
Oh, Zuckerberg.
Oh, Zuck.
The Zuckerbergers. Listen, I need for y'all to give me a call. Give them my number at 312-978-0782. If anybody wants to fight or train, because I'm working on a platform to help everybody out. All right?
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, man.
That's our guy. Dude, Shonie, what is... So that's what you're currently working on, is a new platform. Some of. Oh, okay. What else you got cooking up?
I have 4 different platforms. Oh my God, let's buckle up, okay? Buckle up. So I've got my off-screen fiance, secretary, director of content, boss, navigational assistant. She has a bunch of titles. She has more than a 401k. So she tells me what to say. All right. So I have an autobiography I'm working on with Quincy Milrow. Working on trying to get a talk show. Working with. Don't say her name. That's right. She said, "Don't say it." I'm like, okay. So I'm working. Can I say the website at least? Yeah, Sick Titties, and it's because this woman.
Oh.
Right, because she was a breast cancer survivor. And
okay.
Look it up. She's amazing. And Don Kress and Victor Kress. He's like one of the godfathers of Hollywood for the actors in Chicago. He goes back to the era of Hollywood when it was golden. He managed Mickey Rooney. If you don't know who Mickey Rooney is, I understand. But when I say golden era of Hollywood, like way back, way before I was born. But enough about that. Let's talk. I've got things I've got going on. What? A personal training platform. She refuses to get on camera. But she's like doing the 3-pronged pitchfork that's on fire, and she pokes me. And she tells me what to say. She has a blow dart going.
Dude, it would be pretty sick. It would be pretty sick to have Mr. International as a personal trainer.
Yeah. I have 7 black belts. All these damn belts you see back there, not those black belts, but different martial arts. And I'm going to Lithuania later this month to go be a referee for the European World Championships in pancration.
Nice.
Oh, you were a referee in a pretty famous, probably one of the most famous knockouts of all time. You were the referee for.
Doing your homework. That double knockout.
Yeah, dude. Look up, Josh. Look up double knockout, and then you'll see Shonie. He's the referee in that one. It's a pretty famous knockout.
I got to give you some backstory on it. Okay. Initially, I
LFC 25.
Literally, he only gave me $150. I didn't even want to go. So I put on the most douchebag outfit I could find in my wardrobe. So I get the them pointy white tip shoes all the fellas used to wear. with those fine designer Christian Audige jeans. I mean, and I had no, those were Ed Hardy jeans. Ed Hardy jeans. And I had an Affliction T-shirt with the shiny belt buckle with the white. The jeans were black with the white leather belt. We always wear them big ass, lighthouse reflective ass glass belt buckles, like we were all world champions walking down the street. And
there it is.
Right. So essentially, Jacob Stoller was the referee, and the name of that place was called the 8 Second Saloon. There's a bunch of extra.
Oh.
I got material for you on that. So there was a type of club where peanut shells were on the floor. They used wire spool tabletop, like those giant wooden wire spools.
Yeah, dude, that's like Roadhouse.
Yeah, and the referee was an idiot, and I always care about athletes. So I said, "Hey, you fired. Get the hell up on that body. Go on now." And he's like, "Who the hell are you?" I said, "If you don't bring your ass on up out of there, because I cussed him out. You gonna get somebody hurt beyond necessary. And go on and get." And I had to talk like that because I was in that part of Indiana that like French Lake, Indiana. Oops, I ain't knocking or dissing Larry Bird, but come on, when your town's named French Lake, everybody's a class valedictorian. So literally, he gets out the cage and he tried to square up on like, "Hey, what you want to do? Talk to the promoter." I said, "You'll be peeing from in reverse. You get messing with me." So I would kick his dick in. That's what I mean, if you pee in reverse.
Yeah.
So I go in the cage and I referee a few fights, and there was a whole bunch of what the fuck shit was going on in those fights. Then this magic moment occurs. Now, mind you, I go through the whole fight show with a bunch of shit show results. He gives me $150. I jump in my car and I go back to civilization, called Chicago. That's how bad it was. Needless to say, I dismissed it. Next thing you know, I get a phone call even a few weeks later from HDNet. I'm on Inside MMA talking about this damn double knockout. I did not realize. These people flew me out to Disneyland to talk about a damn double knockout. That's crazy. Y'all ain't got to fly me out where y'all at. Where y'all at anyway?
I'm in Florida, Tampa.
Okay, you could fly me out. So, me and the fiance. I promise I'll bring back some sand. I'll bring you a keychain. But anyway, so I get through with that. I didn't trip. Next thing you know, I find out Michael Moore puts that 8-second clip in a movie called Capitalism. And I'm telling on director Michael Moore because JCPenney put me in a commercial. You know how much they paid those two amateur fighters and me for being in that JCPenney commercial?
Oh, shit.
Right. 8 seconds of work.
Yeah.
2 amateur fighters. And the reason why I got paid for 8 seconds of work, $7,500.
Hell yeah.
And literally, the woman who negotiated the deal was Marie P. Anderson. She's the former owner of Ford Modeling. She discovered, you may have heard of this model. Tell me if you heard of her.
Yeah.
Cindy Crawford.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about her a few times.
Marie Anderson is a black belt in Shidokan Karate.
Oh.
Right. And she usses everybody. Sensei Shonie, us. And my girl, Laura, is not a karate, nothing. And she, us, Laura. I'm like, Marie, stop. But we love her to death. And then, I want Michael Moore to write that check and more than $7,500 because he's supposed to pay me my image. And if somebody that knows him, some lawyer that knows him, or you crazy ass fans, I am not afraid of my phone number being out on the internet because people calling me as it is. It's going
Yeah,
spam
dude.
now.
Michael Moore, Shonie's coming for your ass,
Right.
dude. Big fat
312
ass.
978 0782. He can get that printed check out. Imagine a number because interest equals principal times rate times time. Right? I remember that from school, high school.
Yeah.
So back then, the rate was $7,500 with JCPenney. They out of business. So Michael Moore, I'm gonna need some more of that. You get it? You get it?
I would be demanding a big check too, one of those giant
Oh,
checks.
I'm talking like one of them life altering. You almost not quite like fuck all of you money, but almost like kiss my ass. You know.
Yeah. Kiss my ass.
Right. Yeah. You know, I ain't saying fuck you is fuck you just like fuck you. That means you don't want to see him no more. Or you know, you terminating that interaction. But kiss my ass can go either way. You know.
Yeah, go either way.
Right. There's no it's a bunch you can do with kiss my ass. Fuck you means fuck you. So Michael Moore, I need some more of that. And you get mad,
He needs some more.
kiss my ass. You gotta know, right? Print that check. My address can be. I will give. I swear to God, Michael Moore, Shonie Carter at Yahoo, real Shonie Carter at Gmail. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, but just send it to Facebook. Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, y'all need some MMA help? Look at the background. You got all them billions and billions of dollars, and you ain't got not one title belt. I'm just saying.
One of them needs to bring you in for their camp, dude. You would be a legendary corner for one of those guys.
I have a distinguished black belt in several disciplines. Oh yeah, I also have a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which I giggled about because it was awarded to me. Okay, you heard this guy named Brock Lesnar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So his grappling coach was Rodrigo Medeiros of Compredo, and he was an Abu Dhabi champion. He's in the Guinness Book of World Records. So Compredo belted Ramiro Mota as his under him. Ramiro Mota has Elias Cepeda. So Ramiro Mota and Cepeda belted me with a brown belt. They says, we can't give you a black belt. We can give you a brown belt. I'm like, well, that's cute. Thank you, us. You know, but you don't say us in Brazil Jiu-Jitsu. And so I go to my karate instructor. This is a lot. This is why I can train people. I tell my Japanese karate instructor about the whole shenanigans. He's like, why didn't he give you a black belt? You can kick their ass. I'm like, no, that's not how BJJ works. I gotta go, compete and show people I'm proficient in grappling. And he's like, now this is out of the mouth of a Japanese and other Japanese martial art instructors that I know. The fuck you mean? And it was hilarious. I'm like, you damn near 70. You ain't gonna be saying that. In the back of my mind. I didn't say it to him. But it's hilarious because people are like, why they give you a brown belt? I said, well, I've only competed as a black belt since the 90s. So I'm going to do some tournaments. I'm going to wear my brand new brown belt. Time out.
He's got it, dude. He's going to bring all the belts.
Yeah. So here is my brand new brown belt.
Nice.
It has been worn 3 times, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't trip. It's just that the events I be involving in, I can't wear a brown belt. And so, like, I was supposed to go to Japan yesterday, right? I know this is what happens in my life. I promise I'm not exaggerating. This head is hot in the house. I'm bald-headed underneath. All right. So, just so fans don't know, it's really me. So, I was supposed to go to Japan yesterday and test with the Japanese Yakuza boss of Shidokan Karate.
Oh, shit.
But essentially, it was thrown at me at the last minute. But even though I do katas now, like old school traditional karate katas, and I was learning them shits, and my instructor, he threw at me at the last minute. You got to pay for your ticket. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. What? 3 weeks? Tokyo, Japan? No, Osaka.
Oh, I love Osaka.
Yeah, me too. I've been there 13 times. Here's the thing. Oh yeah, by the way. So, I have never in my life, and I'm not lying. We'll lead into the bear story later. I have never booked a plane flight. Ever.
Nah, did you? They need to book the flight for
Right.
you.
And pay for it.
Right, dude.
This
This is a common courtesy. You get Mr. International.
Right.
You better pay for the damn flight.
Right. So yeah, I didn't get on the plane because they didn't book the flight, and I was supposed to be going there because Concho Yoshiji Sueno loves me. And when I mean love me, you ready? Okay, y'all get an idea with Japanese culture. You've been there, right? Okay.
Yeah, I used to live there.
So you know what I'm about to say is valid as shit. Okay, I am the first gaijin foreigner to walk into his house and hang out. I am the first foreigner. I'm the only gaijin to hold his first and only grandchild.
Damn, dude.
Buckle up. This shit is getting deeper than the abyss. I literally was working out with them, doing the hooji stuff, wata, cha-cha stuff. I was sweating because it was in the summer. Have you ever been there during the summer of Japan, in the hot months of Japan?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
yeah, I lived there for 2 years.
The devil
it gets so hot.
The devil moves out of there. He goes to hell.
And the bugs are this freaking
dude. What the fuck is that? That damn radiation kicked them, made them bugs big. Them bugs,
yeah, it mutated the bugs.
When a bug has a shadow at 12 o'clock, you know that damn bug's big. And you got to be brave. You got to be a samurai to know that you're dealing with a damn Japanese beetle. So I'm sweating, and I'm holding his granddaughter. And the reason why I was holding the granddaughter, the mama was his daughter was a new mom, and new moms don't know how to deal with babies, even though it's maternal instinct. Well, apparently, I was a journeyman at that juncture. So I took her. I said, "Semi." So she reluctantly hands me her daughter. And so the problem was that she was holding the baby on her right boob. I'm like, no, and I don't speak Japanese, not conversation. So I said, you have to hold the baby on your left boob because of the heartbeat, and you put the head up against the boob. And I was trying to demonstrate how to hold it. The baby stops crying. And all the other belts that were standing around me, like, them 5th, 6th, and above. And the family was like, oh, they're like, oh. I'm like, yeah. Right. And the translator was explaining what I was saying. And so I'm doing that slow, steady bounce, but I'm also making the baby see, look towards mom. So because you don't smother the baby's face into your chest. The baby starts laughing, giggling, and what happened? I didn't pay attention. My sweat had fallen into her mouth.
Oh my god!
And I oops, my bad. That's my favorite phrase of my bad. Concho Sueno pushes my face forward so that the sweat drops into her mouth.
Damn, right. Dude. That is some samurai shit.
Oh, and then that's what he said. He wanted the sweat of the samurai in her baby's mouth. Ever since then, I'm solid as a rock with him. Now, let me give you a little bit more, and I'm gonna move forward. You don't know who Kancho Yoshiji Sueno is, but you gentlemen are both over the age of 26.
Mm-hmm.
That means you
I am
know.
26.
We're 26 and plus 1 day. You know the answer to this. You have played the video game Street Fighter.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Kancho buckle up. Kancho Sueno is Ryu.
Oh, dude. There you go.
Right.
The OG.
Right. That's who it is.
Dude, that's pretty cool. That's a cool connect there.
And anytime like they would like back in the day when I would go with like my instructor, like we went to Nice, France on some hi-ya stuff and some pew 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 stuff. And so we went out. We had a conference, and this was the turning point of MMA. Okay, so what it was, they were losing fighters because of MMA already had the reality show. I had not yet been an Ultimate Fighter. They were like on season 1 or 2, and so they were asking amongst the other Shihans, and the guys with way more stripes than me. What seems to be the problem? Nobody had an answer. I raised my hand. And mind you, I'm in a room with 3rd and 4th degrees on up. And I was only a Shodan. I had one nasty little stripe on my black belt, and my black belt was still new. You know when it sits up, like how this brown belt does? Like this.
Yeah. Stiff
as hell. And so I said, the problem is that MMA promoters are giving sponsorship money, guaranteed show money, and then win bonuses, knockout bonuses, performance bonuses, and backdoor bonuses. And as I was given the whole blah, 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 I gave up so much of the gems of what was going on. They had to shut me up. But they only said it one time. When you're in a room full of Kill Bill, Deadly 88s, you shut the hell up. Because they're not just in Japan. They all over. They from all over the world. And after that, I became very important in a room. So important, he brought me to the board of directors table. Now, the lovely lady Laura St. Clair, who refused to be on camera, she saw this picture. She saw the picture with Kancho Yoshiji Sueno with his hands on my shoulders, had me seated in his chair. And my instructor, who's an 8th degree black belt, he's like 2 rows down, like 2 people down. He was his Eddie Yoshimura is Kancho Sueno's second in like American general. He had the other senior guys above Eddie standing next to him, then Eddie, but me seated. She's even seen a picture of me holding little Itsuko Yosueno in my hands. And with me smiling, And then it was later found out they saw the Asian in it. And then they asked me, "Are you part Japanese?"
Do I look Japanese?
Well, here's the crazy part. I knew the answer. And because I was one of the first people. Do y'all remember when 23andMe first came out?
Yeah, I mean, it was like 2000. I don't know what year that would have came out.
Well,
I remember when the concept was announced. Yeah,
I was one of the lab rats, and I was also there. He is.
Yeah.
I was a lab rat for LASIK over 20-some years ago, and that made me cry. I was a lab rat for 23andMe as well. And it was insane that they saw it. And there's a part of Japan that's black. People don't know that. But I just oopsed. Ooh! I know girlfriend's always fussing about me being off the rails. But the first Shaolin temple was built by a black man, and also the nose to the Sphinx that they said it was eroded away. No, it didn't. It's on the second or third floor of the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, Russia. I know because I was there.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, because I was there. So any archaeologists that sit there and talk about the nose eroded, no, it didn't. Because I saw it with my own eyes. It's in Russia. I want to put that out there. No matter how this interview goes. And my logistically enhanced superlative fiance. Shit, she wrote me damn notes, man. She has an iPhone.
She got the notes.
Dude, I be having instructions. Y'all thought I was like on this shit on my own. No. So I'm doing a talk show supposedly and a documentary. Hold it. Okay. I got to read this because this is important. I introduced myself as, shit. Oops, I will say that. Right. This is why when I do movies, they don't give me scripts because I was in the movie Divergent and he told me no, you just do you. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, just do your own thing.
Follow me. Shit. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. I got 2 Instagram pages. And my Twitter messaged me because people have been copying my shit. Okay, anyway, back to notes. I am currently putting together a training program on kicking anything's ass for kids and anyone who wants to overcome oppressing issues, program for pro fighters, women, self-defense. I will have features. What? She's done with me. I'm going to train women. What? I'm doing that. I'm telling you, I should have my own reality show.
Dude, I've been saying that
forever.
Right,
and she should be blurred because she don't want to be seen. I don't want her whooping my ass because she's a curvy girl. She was a gymnast. Wink, wink. No cardio. So,
yeah,
gymnasts don't do marathons. They do sprints across the floor. Okay, I just got it. Yes, dear. That's the success of a 51-year-old man for this woman. Yes, dear. You are absolutely right. And ever since we got together, she's like, I'm done with you. Sure you are. Right. Right. Sidebar. How did we get together? Because I'm taking all y'all questions because I know y'all been wanting to ask some shit. So, you know how we all get snookered and faked out by women online? As men.
Oh, with Photoshop?
Dude.
Catfish?
So she did a side view picture. And you know with the heels and the black spandex with the waist belt and I said, and because we've known each other for almost 3 decades, but in my memories, I didn't remember all that because the nightclub was dark and there was a dude that was always getting in my damn way. Ruben, I'm giving you a shout out. I don't know his last name anymore, but so he just know his name is Ruben. So I was like, when I saw the picture pop up random, I'm like, fuck, I think I know her. Oh yeah, I don't remember all that though. So I said, I see, I smell Photoshop, and I did say that because I'm that dude. So she commented back. I'm like, I'm a non-believer, and I'm an astrologist, as a symmetrist, and I know Photoshop when I see it. I took artistic design in college when you had to draw fonts.
Mr. International.
Right. I still have a 100 meg zip disk. I can tell Photoshop when I see it. And we were on the phone like 2 high school ass kids for a long ass time. My battery was dying, and I had my phone plugged in. How long the conversation was. So one thing led to another, and she said, well, maybe I should come out and say, what you doing? Nothing, just chilling. You know, And she said, and before I know it, she's in the Uber XL on her way. And you know when you're single recently, you in that deep depression. So your place is all fucked up. Because my spidey senses went off. Oh shit, this coming. I got to go. I literally was scraping paint off the walls and fellas, I was filling my refrigerator with water bottles to make my fridge look full. I was moving the cans.
The booty will do that to you,
dude. I was literally moving the cans forward in the cupboard. I was putting my supplements in the food cabinet to make it look like I had shit. I was fully active on prestidigitation. That means to fool the eye. I mean, I was on it. But then I'm looking, she built like this for real. Plus a little bit more. This is unbelievable. Because we saw them Insta thoughts that you know damn well, it ain't that much tits and ass walking around. Because we have never seen them walking down the street in that much of abundance.
Yeah.
Ever. This is a 51st state somewhere off the shores of California or Florida.
That they don't it's like, I've been to all the states. I know they're not there. Yeah, you went looking.
You over in somewhere like the Netherlands or somewhere. But I laughed. So she actually showed up. I'm like, oh, this is real. I actually just made the bed. I sprayed Lysol. I had used I poured Listerine in the toilet. I cleaned the bathroom.
Listerine in the toilet?
Yeah, it's an old school trick.
Now what's the toilet?
Yeah, you pour Coca-Cola. Did you know you pour Coca-Cola in the toilet? It'll clean the toilet. And then you pour Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I saw that on TikTok.
Yeah, where you think I got it from? I'm not Handy Jack, of course. I'm Mr. International. But I know because TikTok and Instagram videos. You can use Coca-Cola on cleaning your windows too, and you can clean the cables off your battery posts on your car. But never mind.
Yeah, I actually did that. I had to do that a little bit ago. Shonie, what is if you went through your whole career, you had a lot of big moments.
Oh my God!
Which one would be your favorite moment? You think?
One of my favorite moments, top 5, when I wrestled a bear in Russia.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, I did it before Khabib. Way before
Khabib shit.
Right?
Hell yeah.
Running up the Great Wall of China. Not all 1,412 miles, but I got a mile up, so I'm good. So, let's see. Walking on the black rocks of Hawaii. Damn, that crab bit me on the toe. Luckily, it pinched me. I fought a guy named Simon Posner, and I threw 25 spinning back fists. I hit him with 15, and the fight went the distance. I've got that fight on VHS in Super Brawl. Let's see. What else? Doing bare knuckle boxing against the King of Gypsies.
Yes, dude, that was the best.
Man, I got some crazy shit.
Oh, dude, I love that bare knuckle fight. Dude, Shonie fought. He was this undefeated bare knuckle kid. That was only a few years ago too. That was like 2018.
Right.
So Shonie was, what were you, 47?
Yeah.
He fought this undefeated kid in bare knuckle. I thought you won, and the judges fucked you, honestly. I was like, what the hell, dude? They're just letting this kid be undefeated
still. Right. When I fought, buckle up. So 1 week, UFC 28, I fought Adrian Serrano. I beat him by decision, but that's not the big point. That week, prior to the fight, I did a jiu-jitsu tournament, and I dislocated got my elbow dislocated. I didn't want to tap out to Bill Hill. Then I bought a football lineman sleeve once they put the elbow back in rather than going to the doctor. So then I went to the UFC and fought with a dislocated elbow. I beat Adrian Serrano. The next day I flew out from the UFC down to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and fought in the Team USA Sheeta card, bare knuckle karate U.S. championships. I fought three or four fights that day to the finals. I got TKO by Lamine Keita in the finals in the bare knuckle rounds. But I made it to the finals. That's 4 fights that day. The UFC the night before, the Jiu-Jitsu tournament on Wednesday. This is all in 1 week, I promise. Then we left there on my little second place, cute little trophy, whatever. I misplaced that shit. I then went down to Miami, and they were doing underground fights. And I fought some guy that night after fighting in the Shidokan that morning and afternoon. Beat that guy's
Dude, that is so old school. That is some OG shit.
Right. And this is stuff that people don't know because I've got underground fights when I used to fight every Tuesday at a club called the Tropicana de Cache here in Chicago. And I fought 6 fights in one night, never leaving the ring. And I've got it on VHS and flash drive.
Dude, Josh, Shonie has probably, how many recorded fights do you have? Like 75?
More than that.
And
I've got fights that no one's seen.
And that's what I mean. That's what I was going to say. He's got like 75 recorded fights and then another 110 that are on like VHS tapes that you'll find here and there. You'll be at like a thrift store and be like, Shonie Carter versus Ishiro Hikashima. What the hell is this? And dude,
yeah, because I would fight in Japan. And people were wondering.
I watched this one that you had, you won the fight and they gave you like a luchador mask for winning it. As like the belt. Instead of a belt, they gave him a luchador mask.
Oh, here's another one. I fought old school. Now, this is me saying he was old school to me. If you can find this footage, please get it to me. I fought Anthony Macias, the guy who got suplexed by Dan Severn in UFC 1 or 2. Yeah. I fought him and beat the cow walking shit out of him, and they raised his hand. And he was whooped so bad that he couldn't even get his hand raised. The ref had to do like this.
Oh, my God.
I did a fight in M1 Russia when I wrestled the bear. And I got pissed because I broke his ribs and I broke his jaw in the fight. The ref randomly took a point away. I'm like, what the and you know, the ignorant in me came out. I'm like, what the fuck? Ref? He turned his head because I got him down and I was doing the Planet of the Apes punching, the Hadouken punching. And I did Hadouken when you do like this. And he turned his head as I hit him with the double horseshoe punch. And he took a point away. What the fuck? And so then after the end of the fight, it took so long for them to decide on who won. I stopped sweating. You know that's fucked up.
Oh my God.
It was an 8-man tournament because I stole a trip to Russia. And essentially, Brian Gasaway got arrested, so I was supposed to take the fight, but he never got on the plane. So I got on the plane anyway. I was trying to get a free trip to Russia because I got to do stuff. And they made me fight. And I didn't care because, you know, me, I don't give a fuck about a fight. You got rules and time limits. So I ended up hanging out with the Russian mafia after the end of the fight. And literally, they took me to a topless casino. They took me to a rave. That was the first and only time I discovered ecstasy because she stuck her tongue down my throat and she snatched my coat off. And I ended up playing
Oh my God.
I ended up playing snooker with a Russian Spetsnaz agent. No bullshit. In a graveyard party in a mausoleum. This shit happens to me.
Probably in like a purple suit, dude, too, at the same time.
Man, don't even talk to me about that purple suit down in Louisiana. With the fur coat and Mardi Gras, you know it went down.
Oh, hell yeah.
When the former owner who passed away, the owner of Brown's Chicken, he saw me from his balcony and beckoned me to come up. And I didn't know who he was, just a guy with a really strange toupee hair surgery. His hair was in crop rolls because he had a bald spot. And you know the guys get the hair injections? And his hair was perfect.
Oh, yeah.
His hair was perfectly aligned. And I kept staring at his head. because I had never seen that shit before. His name was Al Kaltoff. There it is. But that picture was downtown in Sofia, Bulgaria, and that was right before I did Jello shots with the president or premier of Sofia, Bulgaria. Was it a mayor? Yeah, I did Jello shots with the boss.
You so lived up to your nickname.
Yeah. That was Sofia, Bulgaria. I remember that picture. Yeah, that's another funny. I ended up playing basketball with the Bulgarian national wrestling team. And if you ever want to know what
oh my god,
yeah,
they're like, dude, they didn't know they were getting into. You gave them that American shooting, and they probably couldn't even hang at all.
They got the most athletic, scared black guy basketball player ever. Ever. Because I knew not to go in for a layup because you cannot be doing that with Greco-Roman wrestlers and freestyle wrestling.
Right.
You jump if you want. That's on you. That's a you problem. So I was a 3-point shooting motherfucker on them. And their 3-point line is farther than the 3-point line in America.
Yeah, the 3-point line's 35 feet away.
Ridiculous. I still beat them. And yeah, I won a Division II NCAA 3-point shootout in the summer league, but that's another story. I played against. Yeah, I hung out with some basketball players one summer in college. Yeah, to give you that timeline, I was in college when O.J. Simpson got acquitted for murder, and that's when I was in college. And every woman in the TV break room started crying, and everybody looked at me. I'm like, I didn't kill that white woman. I said,
yeah, dude. I said, I just like to fight. I'm not going to cut anybody's head off.
Right? What the hell? That was when I did my first underground fights when I was in Jefferson City, Tennessee. That shit was hilarious. I'll keep you on. I think this podcast is going to be epic because my timeline bounces all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
From bare knuckle knockdown karate to bare knuckle boxing to doing underground fights. My first underground fight, which is epic, was because I fought a black guy named Cue Ball Johnson. And I actually was talking shit even back then because I was in the U.S. Marine. And I was like, Cue Ball Johnson. They were trying to explain the rules to underground, like a tough man underground fight. I'm like, there ain't no goddamn rules. It's a fight. And I was that dude talking shit. And he said, well, they announced who's fighting first. And then when he said Cue Ball Johnson, and I was like, I got a question. And they were like, yo, what was your question? Why the fuck is his name Cue Ball? He's black. The cue ball is white. He should be 8-Ball Johnson. Oh my God. Even my teammates were like, Shonie, no! I'm like, it's two black guys. I can crack these jokes, right?
Yeah, literally.
The place went batshit nuts. So this is when the interview falls off, Laura, because you leaving the room to go to the bathroom. She always fusses at me about interview capacity. Bear with me, I gotta make room for her. And scooting the coffee table forward so she can get by without being on camera. Oh yeah, no, just walk by fast. It'll be a blur. Go ahead. There she is right there. She walked by.
There you go.
I love messing with her. I do. It's sort of my thing. So, yeah. Where were we? Timelines. What have I been doing? Oh my God. A lot.
You've been traveling the world at this point. So was the first time you left the U.S., was that with the military or was it for a fight?
Well, for both. Okay. I promise this is not a lie. I was a Sunday school teacher in church, and we went on a church choir trip to Mexico. And we went to the part of Mexico, I guess they had never seen a black man before. Oh, shit. This was hilarious. This is my first interaction with real Mexicans, like authentic, not across the border. I'm talking, I'm in their house Mexicans.
Yeah.
And we went up into the mountains of Mexico to, I can't pronounce the damn one. Where the mountains at? Use your Google Maps. Okay, so literally, and they were selling chiclets, little gum. Little boy was selling gum. I felt bad for him, so I gave him $5. He gives me the whole, the little packet they have with chiclets.
Yeah.
And the best way to get me is send a child to sell me something, because that's what I do. I'm gonna buy the whole damn stock. So I took the box, gave him $5. Literally, he runs off when American dollar was worth a damn, in the world. Shit. So, next thing you know, because I guess they knew that we were coming, the father comes back grabbing the little boy by the ear with the $5. And he was a nice old man, very nice. And literally, he said, no. The translator was saying to me that he can't take it because this little boy stole your $5. I'm like, no, he didn't. Because he was crying. I'm like, please tell me you didn't spank him. I said, no, I gave it to him. And so the lady, blah, 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 is in Spanish and says that I gave him the $5. You know what that father did for me? Time out.
Damn, dude, right at the precipice of what he did. We'll never know. Let's see what the grandfather did, dude.
I hope he comes back if the grandfather gave him the child.
Yeah, maybe he's got a gift from him that he's bringing back. I'm not sure where it was going.
Man. I feel like I'm the odd man out as far as backgrounds go. He's got all his belts. You got the leopard print or whatever. Just in my office. Yeah.
You got some weaponry.
Yeah. I got away from my girlfriend. I got a stuff shelf. And my stuff shelf is full of stuff that I've gotten from all overseas.
Makes sense.
In all my travels. And she's going to come in any minute and I'm going to show you what this farmer gave me, because it was really sentimental to me. Oh, I just heard her move it. And here's my off-camera executive at work. So this old man carved this.
Oh, shit.
And gave it to me. Yeah.
Dude, that is sick.
Sick as hell. Yeah, he did this for me. So basically I paid $5 for a really nice piece of glass. And
yeah, literally. He came out on top in that scenario.
Winning. And like my travels in my life as a martial artist, as an MMA athlete. The adventures are abounding. From when King of the Cage, I was a King Cage champion before.
Hell yeah. King Cage champion, WEC champion.
IFC, all this stuff. So I was a referee on one of the native reservations. And a fight show is a fight show. What is? I don't care what are the acronyms. Essentially, I end up going to the after party, and I go to a bar. And I see the old man behind the bar, but I don't know who he is. Until I find out he's the Native American chief of that reservation. And so they were playing, at the time, music that we would listen to. I'm like, ugh, I hate this music. And he said, well, go play what you want. I'm like, okay, chief, I got you. You said play what I want, and I'm about to do it. As a side gig, I fight. One of my passions is salsa. I dance salsa.
Ooh.
Yeah. Merengue and bachata. I'm trying to learn tango, but salsa is pretty much my wheelhouse. And so you see the belts. I said fighting is my side gig, so you get how good I can salsa. Miami style, New York style, California I don't like because it's too ballroomish. Then there's the hood ass Chicago style. So I play salsa on a Native American reservation. The place goes batshit nuts with the natives. They're like, I'm like, wait a minute, how the hell do y'all know about salsa? Then I found out it's actually African and blacks and Africans intermixed, the slave trade routes and blah blah blah, so forth. The chief lights up like a damn Macy's Day Christmas tree. I'm like, what's up? My wife loves salsa. I can't dance. Would you dance with my wife? Say less.
Oh shit.
We had been talking
Yeah.
the whole time. I never told him my name. Until
Damn.
keep this in mind, what I said was Native American reservation.
Yeah.
He said, what's your name, my friend? My name is Shonie. Everybody at the bar looked. What? I said, my name is Shonie. Well, what's up? Shawnee, Shonie.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Oh my, yeah. It went down. It went down. I'm talking Titanic and the Lusitania down. It went down fast. For those of you that are watching, the Titanic was not the only big boat that sunk. The Lusitania.
Yeah.
The Titanic was shot down by a submarine missile. But don't get me into that. Let's stay with
Yes, dude. Oh, I'm right there
Right,
with you.
right.
They had a Navy ship. A Navy ship went to the exact
Exactly.
location that it sank 2 hours beforehand and just hung out for 40 minutes for no
For no
reason.
reason.
Come on.
Right.
They sank that thing on purpose
Right.
so they could get the National Reserve
Exactly.
cooking. I'm
My
right there
man.
with you.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
So
God.
literally, she gets on the floor. He goes over and he feeds that damn that jukebox like 8 salsa songs. I'm like, oh my god! So I took off my jacket and I stood up, untucked my shirt. I said, we about to do this. We about to get loose up in here. We salsa nonstop for over 30, 40 minutes. And I'm getting it. Well, she's sweating, I'm sweating, and she's not the youngest woman in the room. She had that little, that Native American, that subtle gray streak that says she's wise as hell, but she built like she shouldn't be married to him. I'm like, oh my God, let's do this. We danced and we made it sexy. We made, and when they had them camcorders, it was like this, you know. So the fact that we had camcorders, you get it. So there's footage somewhere on a Native American reservation on VHS. Me salsa dancing. Yeah,
The Shonie dance tape, dude. It's out
right,
there.
it's out there. It's out there. So,
It's gonna break the internet someday.
dude, it's going down. So literally, to thank me for dancing with his wife, he says, "Wait right here." I'm like, all right, say less. I'm just having fun. I get to dance with a curvy Native American woman who's married. You know, glad I've had a weird life. if you catch on what I'm saying. So he goes and comes back, and Laura. Okay, I'm gonna give her a break. She's on furlough for now. So I'm right back.
He's got another gift, dude. One time he sent me a bunch of some of like his gifts and awards that he had gotten. He was sending me pictures of it, dude. He has some sweet stuff that people have given him in like handmade stuff. Yeah. It's like, dude, it's pretty cool.
All right, here we are.
Stuff.
So I'm back. Bam! Buckle up, Buttercup. It's about to get toughened up moment. He gives me an American bald eagle feather. Yeah. This is an American
from the chief himself.
The chief himself. Now, let me give you a little bit of info if you don't know this already. This here could damn near get me not almost locked up, but definitely locked up. This is the National bird feather of our national,
Yeah.
our country. You're not supposed to have an American bald eagle feather in your possession. So basically, I'm
Yeah.
implicating myself at the 56th minute of our interview.
It's got to be statute of limitation at that point.
Well, the
man.
bird is still the national symbol, but yeah,
Right.
yeah. And so, like I said, I have a stuffed shelf that's so epic that I can give you so many stories. That, like I said, when it comes to my traveling and training and teaching, it's crazy. Like when I try to offer help with the pro fighters,
Mhm.
for a while, for a short, brief moment, I was training with VFS, and that's Juliana Pena's one of her camps.
Mhm.
And essentially, I think it was that girl's name. I think it was Macy Barber. She was there for a short while. Felice Herrick, Lou Taylor. I remember when they were all brand new. I
Damn. Yeah.
referee one of Clay Guida's
Macy
first
Barber just
fights.
got done.
Huh?
For who's?
I
Who's first fight?
refereed one of Clay Guida's first fights.
Oh, damn.
That's
Dude, that would be a.
yeah. I could tell you about.
Were there any?
Yeah, go ahead.
Were you able to tell like with guys like that back then? Like,
Oh
Clay
my
Guida is
God.
gonna be good.
Let me tell you something. I'm glad you brought that up. Years ago, I was fighting in Canada for TKO, and what was the other one? I forget the name of the organization. They're not there anymore. And so, W1. TKO, W1 was the third one. And he wasn't ever. I ran across the young, not yet UFC champion, George St. Pierre.
Oh, dude.
And I saw him first in Vegas. Yeah, I think maybe he had dared a fight, maybe or two. And I said, I like you. I said, we're going to be cool. I said, I see something in you. And you're going to be the next big thing. I said, you're going to win the title belt. And you're going to hold on to it. And he's like, oh, Mr. International. I said, hey, I'm Shonie. Just say Shonie. Shonie. And we were talking, and we were vibing. And I said, I promise you're going to win the UFC belt. I see it in. And, well, we know how that turned out, right? And so
Yeah.
I laughed.
Champ.
The other one was, you won't believe this. There was Daniel James. I'm the one who got him started in his MMA career. We were both trainers at a health club. He's ranked number 4 in Bellator. Yeah, as a heavyweight.
Yeah, where do you think he's going to end up? Are you still talk to him?
All the time. I could have called him anytime I want.
You probably can't leak which way he's leaning, huh? Because Bellator is about to split apart.
I heard about that. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, they're doing their last event coming up.
Yeah, in Chicago.
Yeah. Yep, in Chicago. That's right.
I know he's going to be on the card. I wish they put me on the card just for shits and giggles. Let's see. Another one who I actually tapped inside, knew he was going to be the champion? Johnny Jones.
Ooh, dude, yeah. You have a good eye for it then, dude.
I talked to him. I said, yeah, you definitely going to whoop that ass. Because before you, as I said to him, I said, Dana White's sick of buying replica belts. And I said, you'll probably be the winning person. And
yeah, he held on to it for a long time.
And I laughed because people were like, how did you know? I said, I can tell. And even friends were like, why don't you fight for the belt? I said, really? Do y'all really think they want my type? I said, people were like, what? What are you talking about? I said, look at how I dress. I said, I'm taking pictures with all the ladies, touching booties and signing tits and walking around like I'm the baddest motherfucker in the room. Oh, yeah. I'm the baddest motherfucker in the room. I laughed about it because even on the Ultimate Fighter, when you see that clip when George St. Pierre says, Shonie, I can't believe that there are people like you. I said, listen here, let me tell you something. I said, I know why I'm here. And they edited a lot of that show. They edited a lot of it off the show. I said, because he had a fight coming up against this one guy you may have heard of. His name was Matthew Hughes.
Yeah.
And the reason why I call him Matthew, because that's what his mama named him. Just like Matthew Sarah. His dad named him.
Everybody's got beef with that guy.
Right. Well, let me explain to you why I have a beef with Matthew Hughes. Matthew Sarah, I would love a trilogy match. That never happened. Matthew Hughes. So, literally, Matthew Hughes. I'm a fan of fighting, and Matthew would do stupid shit. Matthew literally would one time I had trading cards. Now, when I'm talking about trading cards. Time out.
Oh, scurry off the gate. He's like, dude, oh yeah. Oh, I wonder if he's got a card of himself.
That'd be interesting.
I don't know if they
I
had
do
a
have a
card
trading
made
card
of
of
him.
myself, but that came in the mail because the girlfriend bought it.
Yeah.
Oh, ironically, this is one a fan gave me from Japan when I was in Pancrase.
Oh,
I know, and I autographed it, and I videotaped.
Nice.
I videotaped me autographing it. But literally, you don't know about Tsuyoshi Kosaka. This is from the first.
Dude, that's a.
This is from the video game, from Dreamcast. Right? I've got Tsuyoshi Kosaka, Frank Shamrock. Again.
Oh,
wait a minute, buckle up, Buttercup. Maurice Smith. I know, and I just talked to Maurice not too long ago. Ron Waterman. Waterman again. Okay, this one is Dan Henderson, but buckle up. Tito Ortiz autographed. Frank Shamrock autographed. Buckle up, y'all. Don't faint, I said. Chuck Liddell autographed.
Dude, the
Chuck Liddell autographed.
I was just watching a Chuck Liddell takedown defense montage 2 days ago, dude.
Don't get me started. Chuck Liddell again. Silver autographed Tito Ortiz. Gary Goodridge.
Dude, I wonder if it's over
Eugene
there.
Jackson.
I just found at a garage sale the other day. It was Pride on the PS2, and it's got Gary Goodridge, one of the Shamrock brothers. Don Fry is in there. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh, who's
So
this?
many good
Brad Imes, former owner of the fastest knockout in UFC history. Autograph. As a matter of fact, because of my fight training camp stuff, was James Lee, Josh Rafferty. One more time. I'm out.
Got all the props.
Oh man, we'll have to wrap up here fairly soon, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey.
I have my autographed DVD series from when I used to have a DVD instructional series in Black Belt Magazine.
Dude.
And essentially,
Holy
right. I'm talking about me. I'm being lectured over here. Yes, dear. Gentlemen, if you're not married or you have a girlfriend, if you have a wife, yes, dear. Saves a lot. Because my girlfriend, my home maintenance person, girlfriend, executive, content creation director, editor, she does so much for me. She won't let me do laundry because my separation is dirty, funky, nasty. She taught me that it's just cold water only. I'm like, oh, say less. Okay.
We talked about this on the phone the other day about the delegation of work and how you asked if my girlfriend cooks for me or not, and my response was I'd like to be able to eat the food after it's done cooking.
Well,
Yeah.
my cohabitation domestic content direction executive chief in charge, she's the polar opposite. She was taught by Eileen St. Clair, and Eileen St. Clair is a matriarch of matriarchs. She's a seamstress, and and her father is a retired truck driver named Don. You know, a name like Don, you pretty much know what you get. So Don actually worked out with Carlson Gracie Sr. Her day.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we buckle up. So did I, but I used to sneak over to the Brazilians when they just showed up to Chicago, and I was always wondering if I had been in the room with her dad.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and I know people have been wondering. You know, like I know you probably wonder, what else do I do other than these crazy epic adventures and moments? Oh, by the way, let me go back for a split second. I'm trying to have a conclusion leading into. So, the reason I'm talking about Matthew Hughes is because I had his trading card. And that fucker tore it up right in front of me.
Oh.
Luckily, Tim Sylvia was right there when I threw a left punch at him, and Tim caught my arm. And the second thing was that he kept making these off-color comments to Dean Thomas. Wink, wink.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, enough about Matthew, because he gets smoked. And I beat him in college wrestling. But anyway, to book private training sessions with Shonie. The what? The 4 programs, I told him about the personal training. I'm doing the training with athletes. They love this. Fans love this real talk.
Yeah, they love the real talk. Yeah. The stories, the classics.
Okay, Laura won't go on camera, but she's telling me talk about women's self-preservation classes. I do not believe in self-defense. I believe in self-preservation because self-defense classes are a waste of freaking time because you don't practice it every day. You tie your shoes every day. But have you ever tried writing down the instructions on how to tie your shoes?
No, yeah.
Exactly. But you know how to tie your shoes because you know you've practiced it a bunch. So essentially, with self-defense, you have to practice it every day is my point. And so I'm being directed by the love of my life. And I'm trying to get her to giggle because she's very ticklish. I'm grabbing her by the foot, trying to tickle her. I'm trying to soften the diffusion of stress that I'm giving her. I'm trying to get her. I love you, okay? Okay. I got a seminar, and I'm working on a seminar in Australia and some locally around Illinois. And if Florida wants me, they got to bring me and Miss Laura St. Clair because she's my logistic. She's the one who'll be collecting the money. I'll be doing the teaching for her. I'm not done. I'm not done yet. That's my favorite catchphrase when she says I don't. I leave the lights on. I'm not done yet. Oh, and if you want to book a training session or a seminar, it's laura@shoniecarter.com. That's the email. Oh, for kids.
So there you go. That's everywhere we can get them.
Okay, I train kids. I'm working with Piper. She's my first 7-year-old client. And her mother does not know that Piper wants to fight in the cage. So I train her in the cage. But she will be doing karate. But she's doing MMA. But Dad is the one who brings her to training sessions. And she said, and I don't want my mom to know I'm doing this because she knows I can get hurt. but I don't care. I just want to do this, and I may not, or I might want to be a professional MMA fighter. It is hilarious hearing this little girl talk. It is. I wish I could go live every session, just so people know I'm not making this stuff up. Because she's this cute little girl, and it's hilarious, hilarious. Okay, programs for pro fighters. What should I say about them? They need to learn judo. MMA fighters, the whole training package. Babe, can I just emphasize judo for MMA or Greco-Roman for judo? I've never shot double legs in any of my fights, so I believe in teaching the fundamentals that has been long overlooked and helping.
Yeah, dude, you had a nasty hip toss.
Yeah, see, there's 67 throws in judo, and I actually hold the UFC record for the most judo throws in a single fight. Everybody was amazed by Ronda Rousey and Karo Parisian, but I did it in UFC 22 versus Brad Gunn. And when Francis Ngannou slammed Cyril Gane the way he did, catching a roundhouse kick, I did that in UFC 22.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but essentially, I do offer multiple disciplines, such as pancration for MMA. It's the grandfather of MMA. And I did that.
You could pretty much teach them whatever part they want to know.
Right.
They want to learn some ground technique, some standing, a little bit of flash. Dude, you got it all.
I actually teach career guidance too, because a lot of the fighters nowadays are just fighters, and they don't know how to capture the audience other than being in the cage.
Yeah, that is true, dude. You were like a pioneer of the how to kind of keep the fans wanting to see more of you, even outside of the cage. And even when you wouldn't win, the crowd still went nuts for you when you walked out.
Because I knew it was all about fun and not having a performance anxiety. And that's why I like Sanchez so much. And for instance, I did a public speaking engagement just recently, and it was about for drug addiction and veterans and things like that. And they were like, "You are not nervous or scared." I'm like, "Nope." And they were like, after the people was like, "Why not?" I said, "Because I wrestled a bear in Russia." And it sounds so crazy, but when I'm teaching, I exude the confidence that I have because of life traumas, emotional damage. And I say, well, just have fun. If I'm having fun, you're having fun. I should make it light as possible. And I tell you, I don't get caught up in the belt stripes or the color of my belt, things like that. Yes, I do command a certain air of respect, but the cool part is I get to have fun with you, and especially when I can give a transference of energy and education. And when you learn something from me and it helps you, mission accomplished. And that's what I love. I love the term mission accomplished because, like I said before, top of the hour, I am a U.S. Marine Corps veteran, and we didn't count bullets. We didn't count bombs. You finished the mission. Whether it's one hand grenade or thermonuclear weapon. Hopefully no one ever has used one in light of our world conflicts. Can we just all duke it out in the cage and be over with?
That's what I'm saying. They need to just get their best and then put them in the cage. Yeah. And then
trial by
winner
combat,
gets to decide the long.
Battle of the Champions.
Yeah.
Right. And just say, okay, we're going to get along after this. And that's why I tell you, I'm like, I spent all these years doing all this, and I realized how unimportant I am. But yet, I respect the fact of teaching the kids, teaching the ladies, and teaching first responders. And I've taught all the way up to agents of the White House called Secret Service. And it's fun because whether I'm directly helping somebody or indirectly helping the country, because that one Secret Service agent may or may not be in that position or situation that they could have actually utilized something that I taught them.
Yeah.
And I've had Chicago police and Cook County sheriffs come up to me and say, thank you. Even when I trained a bodyguard for the former mayor. And he came up to me and bought me lunch because he said, I actually had a situation. I'm like, oh, okay, good. You did good. He said, how do you know? I said, because you walked up on me and told me. I said, that's what.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Right.
oh.
Couldn't have went too bad if you're standing
right.
here.
You did good. Good job. And all of the years, like I said, I never really thought about it in that moment with the ring light. Let me go over here for a second. Okay, there they are. There's most of them. 10 are missing. 10 or 11 are missing because for various reasons. One got stolen. One was a few of them just got lost. All of them, like moving in, and it's crazy. He said, "How do you lose belts moving?" And I said, "Bruh, sometimes even
got too many
right."
of them.
And then one promoter owes me a belt because I fought this guy on last minute notice, and they didn't think I was gonna win, and then I ended up winning. And then all of a sudden, the belt had to be kept because they were just using it for in front of the audience. The audience, yeah. I fought an 11-time world champion in Muay Thai kickboxing.
You have the WEC one still, right? Is that it in the top?
It's right there. There it is.
I
I actually had
yeah, there it
I
is.
actually fought for 2 of them, even though I blinged that one out.
God. Dude, I love the WEC belts.
Yeah.
Those were so cool.
Yeah.
Look at that.
King of the,
Those were sick.
yeah. These are my kickboxing and bare knuckle karate belts. I fought this one at Throwdown for the middleweight world title against a Lloyd Irvin black belt named George Fully Loaded Lockhart. And I actually somehow my arm got broken in the middle of the first or second round. The fight went the distance, and well, you know what happened. I won.
Yeah, got the belt, baby.
Sort of figured that one out. The WFC was in Colorado against a guy named John Kronk, and he lived in Colorado Springs. I did mostly cardio for that fight because I remember the Frankie Edgar Clay Guida fight, and they both gassed out in that fight, and that scared me. So I was running 7 miles a day, twice a day, for the fight, in between sparring sessions. Yeah, I was ultra marathon training, 14 miles a day.
You were. That was one of my favorite things about how you could win a fight whether there was 5 seconds left or 15 minutes left. You know, and there's a lot of guys who don't push themselves to be able to do that still to this day.
And I laugh because one of my best tough fights. I had a fight that was 45 minutes long, and
oh my god,
yeah, it was an underground fight, and it was crazy because that was my introduction to the underground fight world. It's somewhere on VHS, but they're transferring all my footage to flash drive because there's going to be a documentary. The guy named is Quincy Milrow, and he cannot believe how much footage there is of me and the stuff that I've done. And
you know, another thing you could do with some is, dude, I would watch every minute of you commentating over it on YouTube.
Oh my god,
I would watch every minute of that.
And so I'm glad you brought that up because they were talking about doing a channel. So I do have a Shonie Carter Uninterrupted channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked people, around, didn't know me. I said, is OnlyFans only for women with the sexy shit? And so I talked to this other guy, and he's like, Shonie, why don't you do a masterclass series? I'm like, what's that? Then I found out, Venus Williams is on it. I'm like, so they take experts in fields of various types, and you pay for the subscription to learn from them. I'm like,
Yeah, because Chase Hooper has an OnlyFans. He does jujitsu on there. There's a few people like that.
that's what I'm like down for winners. I am willing to try.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
do we lose him?
Uh-oh.
Oh no, Shonie. No,
Oh, I think he was checking a message. We lost him.
we might have lost him, dude.
A phone call interrupted.
Oh, there we go.
Is he back?
He's back.
Here's a phone call
there he
came
is.
through.
Ah,
I'm like, damn it. But yeah, I'm crazy about all of this stuff, and like I said, when it comes to teaching and doing all this, I'm like, okay, fine. And it's like I said, all these crazy adventures. It's insane because this documentary and between documentaries and talk shows and fights, and we can go on and on about it because even when I was in a movie and they put me on the poster, and y'all didn't know about it.
Dude, they knew who they needed to put on there, dude.
Yep,
They knew
watch
the money.
this.
Well, Shonie. Oh, go ahead, show us this one.
There it is.
Oh,
Hood life.
it's not quite. I've never
I
seen that.
know.
one.
I don't even know if he released
Hood
it.
life.
But listen, tell everybody to follow me. Hit me up on Instagram. I gotta kick out some people off of Facebook. I guess I'm at the 5,000 mark. Because I gotta check
hell
and
yeah.
see how to clear out. Some people deactivate their accounts and it takes up a spot. So I'm gonna do that.
I see.
Well, all right, Shonie, we're gonna put all your stuff in the description, and then when your documentary comes out, we'll definitely tweet it out.
Absolutely.
Get everything
Promote
on
everything
there.
for it.
Good.
We have been very, very thankful
my
for your time,
pleasure.
dude.
So much.
We needed a great guest for episode 200, and you came through.
And he's looking
with a
great at the
grand
same
Thank
time.
deal.
Fantastic suit.
Looking great,
Yeah.
sounding great. Glad to see that you're doing great. It's been an absolute
My
pleasure to
pleasure.
talk to
And I
you,
just
sir.
want to say one last thing.
Thank you
I
so
love
much.
you, Sierra.
Absolutely.
I love you, Theo. I love you, Samantha. I love you, Kavion. And I miss you, Leilani. I love you, Leilani. That's all of my kids. So,
Awesome.
yeah, I mean, I'm dead before. That's my hardest and most favorite job. And next time y'all ever give me a call,
Yep.
next episode we'll be talking about all of my artwork. We didn't get that in, but thank you.
Ooh.
Because there's some of it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
Well, thank you very much again, Shonie.
Thank you.
This has been episode 200 special of Dead
Yes,
Jesters.
sir.
Yes.
That's the
Thank you
one.
so
man.
much, everybody. Check out deadjustproductions.live. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.